Hey Chris, how
Hey,
you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What are how's the what time is it there where you're at?
It's 11:30 p.m.
So are you a night person or
Yeah, I'm kind of a night person. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if Tracy's going to be joining us or not. It looks like she may be off, and so
Yeah,
I'm not too sure. One of the things, so I was thinking about something else
yeah.
that
It was good to still remember the question I asked last time about a form we can use to help developers or maybe any kind of like petitioners in the field to have an awareness about what they need to do for what kind of or how protected they are in terms of the software design.
so
So we're gonna have like we discussed it already, but it's kind of like it's kind of like a form they can fill in and then get an assessment based on what they input. But we need more discussion on that though, because I still need to write an issue for that first.
um so can you give me a for example like what that would look like?
That's supposed to be a form embedded to our website, so it's part of the Hugo website we have, and it's gonna be kind of like a questionnaire. So people can fill in, and after that they can get some feedback on the assessment results.
But when you say like assessment results, are would it be like what they're inputting right now, or would it be based?
Um, it's based on our like once we have developed our solutions better or our
Mhm,
contents more,
mhm.
then we'll base out of that content, and we're gonna have like devise a questionnaire in terms of how prepare for CI/CD cybersecurity risks the user is um kind of like that in that direction at least.
And you and those should be like the next steps.
Yeah,
Okay,
after we develop the contents first.
okay. I
Yeah.
have a question for you on sort of a different note and what you think from a direction standpoint. Um, well, that is that I I was looking at an article from uh, of this new. I should probably share it with you. Hey,
Okay.
Sasha, how you doing?
Gotcha.
Um, so the the topic is about it's about agentic AI. Of course, it's very doing identity based attacks, and
Well,
it made me think about. Oh, hi, I'm in. Minnie, how you doing? Oh,
Hi, Tanya.
hi, Mindy.
Hey, sorry, I haven't been here for a little bit, but I saw last month we canceled the meeting.
oh no, it's all good. We um so let's
Sorry, I was trying to say hello too, but my Mac decided to hide Zoom in some random little, I don't know if it does it to everyone else. Sorry to interrupt, but how's it? Hello. I was trying to find my Zoom for the last 5 minutes to try and say hello back. Okay,
On
so
Windows, you can push the space bar to unmute temporarily.
thank you. I'm going to remember that one.
so we're still dealing with building out the tools. I was talking to Chris for a moment about, because I've really started to think about some other things that as we start to fill out the three basic inputs of, of build and et cetera that are up there. And I don't know, I know Chris was here when I was talking that when we went to the Open Security Summit or Open Software Summit, sorry, OSS, that Steve presented some really great material. And it seems like there's like always 6 tools, 6 basic tools that were always being used. And one of the things that I liked about that was personally, like I think from a cybersecurity standpoint, we inundate, we do too much, we give too much. And then developers are like, what the heck, we can't do this. So with that being said, I started to really think about, because it's becoming, I mean, with Vibe and AWS, and then this whole idea about attack vectors. And today, there was an article put out around agentic AI taking over and doing identity-based attacks in this mesh format, and it was beautiful. I mean, the way it's done is very elegant, and I started to think, like, I'm sort of wondering if we don't need to address AI. I have fought back against AI because of the terminology AI, and have come to just say, okay, it's machine learning, supervised and unsupervised, and I'm going to accept the buzzword AI for now, without having to further go into it. But I worry, as we're filling this out, just on a separate side note, and I'd like to get an opinion here, like, are we concerned at all about AI, agentic AI based attacks?
It could be.
But will be. It's too powerful not to consider that, I would think.
Yeah.
So do we try to start to address this now, or what are our thoughts around this? Like, not at the same time, but I mean, because I don't think we can do like a bunch at one time, like handle a bunch of things at one time. I just worry that we're going to get done with this and be like,
Other day already.
yeah, like I've done this so many times, like just done tools and spreadsheets and architectures, and almost like at the end, it's like you're sort of looking at it and you're like, okay, um, and I sort of am getting that feeling as I look at this latest attack. I was going to share this with Chris, and I'll just put it into our chat because I actually thought it was really remarkable. It was a really, I've always had issues with zero trust architecture, for a lot of reasons. One is that we've had to define it so much, like, what does zero trust mean? And when those words first came out, and since then, and I understand, I mean, it's basically, least based access control at the end of the day, if you're looking at this from 20 years ago. But what they did here was really, it's beautiful, and I don't have any other words. I mean, it's a beautiful attack, beautiful idea. And I thought to myself, am I once again, are we once again doing this not from a cybersecurity point of view? Like, are we not considering this? And yeah, That's where I'm at.
I think we should, but like how we approach it is the questions. Like, do we do it like in parallel, separately on its own, or do we do it like as a part of everything we do? So it depends.
Yeah. There was also something called Vuln Hunter on GitHub. Have you guys heard of that? It's totally free. Um, and I thought of that as one tool that could be used. But I don't want to throw like a bunch of spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks, right? Yeah, that's the one, Sasha. And I thought it was pretty good, but you know, we talked about S-bombs, but AI S-bombs. I mean, do we try to get some more AI tooling in here that can translate well? And I don't know a lot of free open AI tools like Vuln Hunter.
Mhm.
But I'm sure in specifically what it does, but it, you know, there has to be more out there, right? Because we want it to be open source. But when I looked at that, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like they currently only support Python packages though.
Right, that's a true limitation. Yeah. Anyway, if you it's something we can think about in another
Yeah.
2 weeks. And if you guys think of something else um, in the next couple weeks, we can talk about it. But for now, we can jump into. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at what's been done. Chris has done a great job with. Let me share up my screen. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, let's take a look. I'll share up my screen. All right. Yeah, working. Let's just do Safari. All right. Everybody can see?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is some of the ways that, so I don't know if you have seen this yet.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I look at it yesterday. I know
Yeah,
we have the PO and PS is done, then the PW and RV are not done yet.
right. But Chris actually came up with this. And really,
Yeah. Thank
I
you,
like,
Chris.
yeah, she did a great job.
I think Anne did this. I did the PS one maybe.
Uh,
Anne did
the format of it, the
Oh,
format,
okay. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
yeah.
I like the format actually.
I like the format a lot too. It makes a lot of sense. And so, yeah. So this was some of the things that we have right now in it. And I think we're gonna keep working. in GitHub, I don't know if anybody has time to go out and assign themselves on some tools to go forward with this, but anyway, so with well secured, I'm finding that we are starting to get some tools repeating, right? Throughout, which is normal. But has anybody, like here with SBOM generation, I know that there's some SBOM AI. At the OSS meeting, SBOM was not taken in well, meaning a lot of people like just reuse it over and over, but not with accuracy. And so, but I think personally, SBOMs are really great ideas, but not if we don't use them. Anyway, by looking at this, does this look okay to you guys? These tools, anything that you don't see or would want?
Isn't some of this like GitHub code QL? Those are not free, right? It's free for research and open source. Somehow I thought we pay for it here. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't think this one, Aquasec.
I met with these guys the other day. Not so long ago. Aquasec. I had a meeting with them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
They
what?
open source?
I didn't think they were open
Yeah.
source. They are?
Privy's open source. The Privy tool's open
Oh,
source.
I
okay.
got
But
you.
the Privy
Oh.
tool is open source. But if you want like the SaaS version of the product, then you have to pay. Yeah. But you can use Privy in any of your code bases. Yeah.
Hmm.
For free.
So. You guys have anything for here off the top of your heads? Create and maintain well secure components.
What is that process and tooling, Kate?
One more time.
Is that process? Is that PW 4.2? Is that is that tooling or process or both? Create and maintain well-secured software components. I'm not as up to speed with all this stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. What is meant by that?
what is meant by the SDLCs?
Yeah, yeah. Like the processes, that the tooling and processes internally, practices.
Yeah, the software development lifecycle
Okay.
process, yeah. But I think we just put this in, I mean, in any sort of AI tool, and it should tell us, you know, move to PW 41 and 44. Move to 1.3. What does she mean by that? Or is that part, that must be part of the document. Move this to 1.3, verify. So with produce well secured software, yeah, a lot of these, like I said, you see these, I mean, a lot of these came from Steve's list at OSS. And it was like over and over and over again. I should get those slides for you guys. Over and over and over again, it was like these tools, the same tools being used. So, do you guys, is that these are the only ones? Let me just go back real quick. PS2, PS3. All right. So does anybody for next 2 weeks want to take on looking into these? And or maybe looking at these, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to look more into I'm going to jump over to respond to vulnerabilities. I had started to tackle it, and these were some of the tools at the bottom that I was coming up with that were free.
You only need to mention a few, right? Otherwise it'll just be endless, right? You're only mentioning a few tools, right? Otherwise it'll just be,
Yeah. And I would personally try to use, I personally think we need to use some of the tools, unless it's something outstanding.
Yeah.
I would, so when you go in and you're trying to secure, I mean, you guys tell me, I mean, you don't want to use 5,000 tools, right? You only want to use, you know, 5, you know, at top, you know. I think even 7, it just starts to become too much.
It does, yeah. Comes too much.
So I wouldn't go far outside personally. I would look at what's been done. This is what I would do. And you guys can yay or nay it. But I look at what some of the already tools that are being used, and I would see if they fit into either of these. So that we don't end up with a bunch of different tools. Does that make sense? And what do you guys have issues with that, or? No, I'm sort of going fast here.
Makes sense.
Again, I mean, you see GitHub, GitLab over and over again.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I see. The tasks are matched to the tool. That's cool.
what's that?
The tasks are matched to the tools. That's cool.
Yeah, Chris is the one, I mean, she's the one who really, I like the way she did tasks and tools. I mean, it was really, the format.
that's
of
really
this
cool.
was- She did a phenomenal job.
That's really cool. So they can correlate the two, right?
Yeah. Good
That's
insight.
very cool. Yeah. Because people are probably familiar with a tool and then they can correlate that with the information on the left, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Makes a lot of sense.
it does. Yeah, it does. So anyway, I can, I'll take on, RV for the next 2 weeks. And come back with more in this area and try to do what I said, like look at the tasks and see if any of these tools fit with that. And start to put them in here. Can either of you take on?
I can try the PW4. It's only, it looks like it's only 4.2 and 4.4 need to be filled out, right? Because 4.3 and 4.5 are moved to,
Yeah,
yeah. So I can try to work at least 4.2. Now, just for warning that our open open source contribution is a long process in our company. So it takes, last time I only add my name to the README file, took me a month to get approved.
no problem. You know what, even just having you on here and saying yay or nay.
Yeah, I'll try to put that together and see whether I can get through the process. If I couldn't, I just give you guys the content, you can put it up there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So how about, I'll take on 7.2 and I don't think it'll be, and then when we come back the following, in 2 weeks, I'll have these things in here. In the meantime, how about this? How about in the meantime, can you guys verify? That might even be a better use of time. Verify, what's being put in here and let us know that, hey, this has been verified. I agree, just to have. Would that
Yeah,
be easy?
I can do it for the
Okay.
verification. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's do that. And the other thing that I want us to seriously think about as we finish up these two, and we go on to build and deploy, is really start to think about AI tools. Like I said, the one, this Von Hunter, is only for Python, but I think we really, as we start to see threats being taken advantage of, the way that agentic AI is able to do it, I think it'd be advantageous for us to be thinking about this as we get ready to present. In October, we will be going to the PyTorch show. We're going to be doing some things with PyTorch, or having a convention in San Francisco. And we're hoping to have it done by then. And that's October 23rd and 24th, I think. So that's a goal, to present this and to talk about AI. So I know it's a lot, but like I said, I think if we just can keep using, going back and sort of pulling from the same tools, there's actually not a bunch. I mean, it's not like there's not a bunch of tools out there. There are, but good open source tools, there's not. So we can trust, I think, GitHub, GitLab. I mean, some of these, Sonatype. I mean, some of these have been around, right, for just forever. Aquasec has been around forever. So some of the tools that I'm seeing here are are definitely good tools that I think that we just want to keep seeing if they can be used. I know when I would walk on to, and I'm sure you guys are the same way, you walked onto a company and they would have like, literally 120 different tools from 80 different companies. And it's like a cybersecurity nightmare. So from an architecture standpoint, so fewer tools that are good, I think is the way to go. So sound good? Okay, all right. So if we can think about that and think about any sort of AI that we want to add for the PyTorch conference that's coming up, that would be great. And I'll start to share with you some of the things that we'll be doing with PyTorch. So in our talks. All right, OffSec tools.
Oh, it's actually on me. I was trying to talk.
What were you
Sorry,
saying?
it runs in my family. We
Oh, no
talk to
worries.
ourselves. I get it from my gran.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, Chris.
No worries.
All
I think
right.
I'm using PyTorch to write like machine learning functions at the moment. It's part of the Python packages. I'm almost certain. Using Jupyter notebooks. I'll have to look another time. Sorry.
No, it's okay. All right, guys. And then this so those are some of the tools. Is that free? The one that you put down? The first one? In the AI power penetration testing platform? It's
Don't
not
think
free.
it's free.
It is?
No, but these
Oh, okay.
guys they're the leaders on HackerOne.
Okay.
HackerOne has all these, no, they're a legit company that has all these bounties that you can do. So companies have these full bounty programs where you can go and literally earn US dollars trying to testing their systems for them, basically, right? And then there's all these leaders and there's all these there's these leadership leaderboards and you can do free training on cybersecurity.
Mm.
It's really cool. And those guys are the leaders, but because they're using AI powered penetration testing. It's part of the deal. Yeah. If you want to check it out, here's the leaderboard.
Okay.
Just out of interest, it's a huge community of like white hats,
Okay.
and you can find interesting stuff there. What's
Nice.
happening?
Hmm.
I think they're based in the States. Yeah, there's loads of companies on here.
They are based in the States?
Yeah. I went to one of their conferences. It was one of the best conferences I've ever been to. So fascinating.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Live, they showed you live a guy hacking a car, stuff. I don't think I want internet in my car, to be honest. After
You know,
seeing that.
there's a group. Have you heard of Karumba?
No.
They have worked a lot with them. I love them. let me it's an Israeli company that, and just on a side note, as we're talking about security tools, they're not free at all, but some good stuff. Because
Oh,
you were
that's
talking about
exciting.
cars, and I did
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
Yeah,
It was interesting to see how the guy hacked a car.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
easy actually. So
Scary, man.
they work on protecting cars specifically.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, guys.
That's not cool. Okay. Thanks.
All right. So next Tuesday, I'll have the boxes done. Chris is going to check them. And then I will make sure that that's done. And if it's approved, then we'll start on the other two boxes, the other two.
Try to
And
do the PWO one, the 4.2 and 4.4.
okay. I appreciate that.
We'll try my best, see what I can push that through.
Okay. Thanks.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good one. Bye.